As always, please retry this question before watching the video. There are three things you need to know to be able to answer this question. If you don't know any of these answers, please add them to your cheat sheet, master them, and go back 5 before continuing in the video. Should a name have punctuation around it? The answer is almost never. Almost never, especially on the ACT. Almost never. How do you tell if a name does need punctuation around it? And that is if it has an article before the noun that comes before it, like the most famous astronomer, or are, or a famous astronomer, or something of that effect, where it has an article in front of, making the noun be able to stand alone as the subject. Okay. What do we do with interruptions? We put punctuation before and after them. Put punctuation before and after them. We cannot have an interruption in a clause, so we need to put punctuation before and after it, turning it into a parenthetical. With those in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at number 37. These brown dwarfs, as astronomer Jill Tarter later named them, raised essential ponderings, it's actually key questions, about how matter in the universe evolves. So everything on this seems correct. If we remove the parenthetical, which is interrupting the flow of the clause otherwise, so it does need punctuation before and after it. If we move that parenthetical, then we are fine. And Jill Tarter, there is not an article like the most famous astronomer or something of that effect before the noun, before the name. Therefore, we do not have punctuation around this name. Do not have punctuation around this name. So A looks like the right answer. Let's look at answer B. These brown dwarfs, as astronomer Jill Tarter later termed them. So Jill Tarter here is essential. There's not an article. You can tell when you read it. We need to know which astronomer we are talking about, and therefore this is essential. Jill Tarter is essential. So you cannot have punctuation around that name. Answer C puts a comma in front of Jill Tarter, which that is just punctuation in the middle of the clause. Even though it's not a clause, it's just punctuation in the middle of a thought. Whatever you want to put it, it ain't right. And then answer D. So now answer D is suggesting that everything prior to raised is the introductory phrase, but we can't have that because raised needs a subject, and therefore there must be a subject somewhere prior to it, or we don't have an independent clause in the sentence. And that is the case in answer D. There is no independent clause in the sentence in answer D, so we can eliminate that. You could also just think about it as astronomer Jill Tarter later termed them, is an interruption in the clause, so that needs punctuation around it. So either way, answer D is eliminated, confirming our answer A, which is indeed the correct answer. So we can go ahead and choose it. If this made sense to you, please add it to your worksheet and write down the answer, and then continue on to the next clause 1 question that you missed on this test. If this is the final clause 1 question that you missed on this test, please go ahead and do the clause 1 mastery until you get 10 questions correct in a row before coming back and doing the next category that you missed the most of.